Welcome to Complex Sales Decoded. I'm your host, Meredith Chandler. This show is for sellers and sales leaders who are navigating long, non-linear buying cycles and want to stop guessing and start closing. Let's dig into one of the most misunderstood roles in a deal, the champion. We'll break down what actually makes someone a champion and why betting your entire deal on just one person is a risk you should never take. So, a true champion does more than reply fast or love your product. They can do a bunch of good things for you in your deal. They can sell on your behalf internally when you're not in the room, and they might give you the lay of the land or even spill the tea on some of the internal politics to help you navigate and get your deal done. You'll know you found a good champion when they meet these three criteria: power, influence, motivation, and personal gain. If they check all these boxes, congrats, you've got yourself a champion. If not, they're just an ally. Still helpful, but not the same level of I can actually help you get your deal over the line. So let's break down the three traits. Number one, power influence. So this person might not be above the line themselves, but they certainly can influence those that are. Try to figure out things like how long they've been at the company or have they made a purchase before. If they haven't made a purchase, that's still okay, but do they at least sound like they know what the buying process is from here? So, on that note, some green flags would be long tenure at the company. Maybe they've actually purchased software there before. And if not, they should at least know how it's done. They need to know the process from here, the different hands that are going to touch it, a rough kind of process from here on out. On the other hand, someone who's brand new to the org might be really excited, but is not necessarily going to know the internal politics or process to help you get this over the line. So if you find yourself in that position, it's very possible that you have an ally and not a champion. And that's really nice for your ego, right? They're going to tell you time and time again, I love the product. Oh my gosh, we need this product. I could see this product making a huge impact, but it's not going to actually help you, the AE, get to goal. You need someone who can actually show you how to buy, right? So, this is actually where I see most deals stall or flat out die. And it's perfectly natural. I mean, think about it. We're in sales. So, you get 1,000 no's per week or per month or per quarter, right? So, somebody shows you a little bit of excitement. It's natural to get caught up in that. It's what we call happy ears, right? If somebody shows you or says, I want your product, we need your product, it's really counterintuitive to then press them on it and challenge them, right? But a great rep is not going to get caught up in happy ears. And even if somebody says, we need this product, they are going to pressure test that excitement and make sure it can actually translate into purchasing power. So the quality number two is motivation. So your champion needs to be either emotionally or professionally invested in seeing this problem solved. This means it has to directly hit their org and directly impact their KPIs. So, for example, as a sales leader myself, I am personally motivated by things that affect rep efficiency and AE pipeline production. So, things like prospecting tools or tools that will eliminate AE admin time, free up time for them to sell more, right? So, while I'm a champion for those, I might be stuck as an ally for maybe a marketing tool. So, a tool that might help overall pipeline production, but doesn't necessarily hit my KPI of AE pipeline production. Do you see the difference there? And that brings us to quality number three, personal gain. So, ideally, your solution can help them advance their personal goals, their visibility, or perhaps even their career. Because no one's going to stick their neck out for a purchase unless they're really confident it's going to greatly improve their day to day. So, an example of a personal gain could be things that I've heard is, maybe this manual task is taking somebody an extra 2 hours per night at work. And so they're missing, sadly, I've heard this time and time again, they're missing bedtime with their small children, right? And that's just an example. I don't have kids, so for me, a personal gain would be, wow, this task keeps me working till 7 p.m. And so I keep missing my favorite Pilates instructor who only teaches at 6 o'clock, or I'm missing oyster happy hours with the girlies. So if your tool can solve either for those, like that's something that I would personally invest in. So if there's someone in your deal that checks all these boxes, it's likely you found yourself a champion. But let's not bet it all on one horse. We've all seen this happen. We've identified this incredible champion, and all of a sudden, they might take PTO, or maybe they change roles, and they might even leave suddenly. So, when that happens, your deal is very likely to slip or it can die altogether. This happened to us again just last week. We had a champion of a really big must win deal announce their departure from the company. And yes, they agreed to help introduce us to their successor and knowledge transfer and try to get them up to speed. But we're still going to lose weeks in that transition, right? There's a lot that needs to be retaught, reshown, reevaluated. And it's still very possible that the new champion could not care about this initiative at all. That's a very, very possible reality. So, with this, it's very likely that this is going to kick into the next quarter if it even survives the shuffle at all. Candidly, I know we'd be in a better place right now if we had multi-threaded from day one, but the deal was hairy and we needed to check off a lot of technical scope beforehand. But in all reality, we really should have been multi-threading from the very first call. Studies show that win rates go up about 30% when there's more than 4 stakeholders, so why would you limit yourself to just one? In the next episode, we're going to talk about how to build a team of internal champions to ensure your deal doesn't fall out. If you want playbooks, guides, and tips to accompany these episodes, be sure to click on the link in the description. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Complex Sales Decoded on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. This show is brought to you by Aligned. In enterprise sales, simple doesn't exist. So Aligned built the AI Deal Workspace to handle the complexity. Aligned helps you close large, multi-stakeholder deals by moving them out of messy email threads and into a single branded workspace. Use Aligned to develop champions with mutual action plans and use real-time engagement signals to keep your deals from stalling out. Build your first room for free at alignedup.com.